Hi, my name is Peter, and now I'm going to walk you through how to set up direct routing. So, as you saw in a previous video, we connected our ACS instance to Dynamics. So if you want to see that that is actually a thing, we go to Copilot Service Admin Center, we go to Channels, and in Channels, we go to Phone Numbers, and then we're here. And under Advanced, I can see that my Azure Communication Service instance is perfectly connected. Now you can bring your own phone numbers through direct routing, or you can acquire them from Microsoft. You can have those things running at the same time. You can have the best of both worlds, so you can use one or the other as a backup. Now let's create that thing. Let's create that on the, get those details from my direct routing provider, my carrier, if you will. So let me go back and go here. In this case, I have set up an account on livehub.audiocodes.com. It is a really great product, really great portal from AudioCodes, certified session border controller, and within there I can actually create my own SIP connection to be my own provider, my own direct routing provider, and I can acquire the numbers through them just as I would provide them or acquire them through Vodafone or Orange or whatever. Right now I have everything in my own control. So let's say this is my CSAS demo. The provider type would be a UC platform, in this case Azure Communication Service, and it is going to be in Europe. Now on the incoming FQDN, you'll see this URL. We'll need that in a bit. For now, I'm just going to press create. So switching back to ACS, I need to go to my ACS instance, go to telephony and SMS, go to direct routing, and then say, hey, I want to connect a custom domain. So there's a gotcha here because the domain that we want to add is not this entire thing. It is everything but the first bit. So you just need to put in your SIP region if you want to work with AudioCodes. So I'm going to enter that, and we need the FQDN that we copied over later, but this is just for the verification. We need to do that on the top level domain. So now I need to press verify the domain and I get a text record. In this case, I can just put that in here. So let me close this down. You can see that there's a button called verify domain. I can put that in, say configure DNS, go back, press next, press verify, and it will start to verify. This is instant, right? This is really great. Now with this top level domain verified, I can go to configure my session border controller, my direct routing. And this is the place where we need to get that FQDN in there from AudioCodes. So let's get that from the edit page, from the incoming page. In this case, I'm going to copy over this FQDN. I'm going to put it in here. And the port number that we need to use is 5091. Then we get to the voice routes, and the voice routes give you really fine-grained control over whatever I want to route to a specific SBC. So in this case, I could say all of the voice the incoming voice from, for example, +31, which is the Netherlands, all of the numbers that come in here, I want to route to this specific SBC. I can say for the same things like I want to do that for the UK, right? Let me copy over this one. I want to route all of the numbers for the UK to another SBC. So I can do a really fine-grained thing. I can use that as a backup. I can prioritize them up and down. Or I can say, hey, I want to have a catch-all. And instead of this, I want to say, hey, I want to do dot star. It's a pattern that matches everything. I want to do everything there. So in this case, it will do the same thing twice, right? But I just want to show you that you can create those fine-grained routes. Nah, it needs just a second, and it will show you status unknown. So the unknown status, it needs a few hours to verify, right? So this will take some time. In the meantime, you cannot be guaranteed that incoming numbers will actually end up here. So let me go back to LiveHub. So now I got the direct routing set up. Let me acquire a new number from the UK because I don't need any verification from the UK. Let me acquire a new number instantly. There we go. It is finished. And let me add that to my CSAS demo. right? So I'm just giving it a name, and then I'm gonna do some voice routing. I'm gonna create a new voice route saying that if anything comes in from that CSAS demo account, I want it to end up in my CSAS demo, right? There we go. So this is the incoming calls. The same goes for outgoing. So in this case, if I say the call origin is CSAS demo, I want the outgoing number to be this, right? There we go. So now I got a two-way call routing set up. Perfect. So with that, as you can see, I purchased one number, in this case that plus 44 number that is connected to my CSAS demo. Now coming back to Dynamics, I need to actually add those numbers to Dynamics here as well. And to do that, it is a little bit different than just pressing the sync button. So normally we would go to Azure Communication Services, press the sync button, and it will just sync up all of the numbers that you will get that you registered, purchased through the Azure portal at Microsoft directly. So in this case, I am saying I want to bring my own numbers that I purchased through direct routing. So in this case, I'm going to put that number in there that we purchased through AudioCodes. I'm going to have to create a new carrier, and I can say this is, for example, my AudioCodes carrier. Could be your Vodafone or your Orange or whatever you choose to work with. And in this case, I can say this is now in the UK. It is a geographical number and it can make and receive calls, and I can add that. As you can see, you can import a bunch of numbers at the same time. So if you buy like 100 numbers that you want to connect to your contact center, that is also possible, right? So it's saving my own number. Takes a little bit of time. There we go. Let's close this dialog. And now you can see that I have two numbers, one that I purchased directly through Microsoft and one that is from the carrier AudioCodes. Again, mind that you can, through this way, you can connect multiple voice routes and have backup voice routes in case one of them malfunctions.